get on top of someone as Weapon Grumpjaw, they die. It is insane. But the problem is he hasn't got that much gap close. His A is a gap close, but it takes so long to do it.
I think because most teams in SEA know how much I've wanted Grumpjaw, and Elite 8 is the only one now that's had the cojones to do it. But we are going to be seeing this game, this hype game, maybe possibly the last game of the day in action. Thank you, Minimiter, for experiencing that hype job with me. And we're going to throw it over to our casters. I'm not going to do the joke again. The Sketchy Brit and Imperium. Imperium, are you excited for Grumpjaw?
I'm more disappointed that you didn't do that joke again. You should have followed through. But anyway,
let me do it again. Let's do it again. And we're going to introduce our casters, the Sketchy Brit and Imperium. Do you want me to do it now? Right now? Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Thanks, dude. You're awesome. Thanks, Batman.
No. Oh, man, Grumpjaw, amazing.
Yeah.
And not just love
Grumpjaw Rome, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Grumpjaw Rome. Now, as a main Rome, I've struggled to definitely get my head around him as a support myself. But I know I need to practice more. But I've seen support Grumpjaw with Fountain and Stormcrown, and it has been ridiculous. It's like Lance with Tension Bow Fountain. It's like Catherine with Aftershock and Fountain. It's amazing. And then you have that ult that is a game changer in terms of a fight. It makes a huge difference. I do also love the Baron pick on. You have fantastic late game power with the Baron. You have Kestrel on that CP, which is gonna be really annoying and dangerous early, mid, and late game, especially once she ramps up with those 2 or 3 crystal power items. No, overall, I think Elite 8 do have the better comp right now. Maybe it's a little bit biased because we're big fans of Grumpjaw, but but we do see that engage afterburn and impale. Fantastic. Yeah.
That's what they're going to do. I think they're going to match that amazing slow from Grumpjaw with the amazing slow from the Porcupine Mortar. Like that is that is Porcupine Mortar definite hit, and that's an extra additional slow, which is not something you want to be slowed down in Vainglory.
No, it's definitely not. I feel a little bit sorry for Popeyes because when they go to engage in a fight with the Impale Afterburn, it's gonna be really hard because if they don't take down 1, even 2 of the enemy team straight away, they're gonna pay the price. You know, they're gonna pay the price because you have the crystal power damage and you'll have the weapon power damage from the Porcupine Mortars and the basic attacks from Hun Jaegers. And also, as I said, Anime Save Me on that support Grumpjaw, you've seen how much damage he's doing to even Aeon already. You know, you give him Stormcrown, it's gonna be a big thing. But we do see that Impale on Anime Save Me. He's able to get out of there. Also, one thing to note is Elite 8, they have fantastic, other than maybe the Kestrel, they have fantastic disengagement on those abilities with the jumping jets. And although I forget the ability names on the side of Grumpjaw, but no, I do. I think it's Hangry. I think is one of the ability names anyway, at least. But either way, they've got great disengagement from a team fight. So overall, we're 3 minutes into the game. Even though we see no kills, it's to be expected, in my opinion, as both teams look to ramp up to the late game and see what damage they can do from that point of view.
I'm pretty sure it's called Hangry A, Grumpy B, and then something like I genuinely can't remember the ult. But I think something like Chompy.
Stuffed.
I think it's Chompy.
Stuffed. No, it's stuffed.
Stuffed is the ult, but I think it's like Grumpy and Hangry A and B. I remember. But Aeon trying to clear this lane. Kestrel already in the top burst. They don't expect that one. Aeon just chilling. Kestrel waiting for the right time to strike as Anime Save Me comes in. And there we go. They knew. It's like they knew she was there. She immediately backs up, but she does not want to take an afterburn to the face. Here's some glimmer shots. Not too much damage. And there's the afterburn to the face. I was talking about. Oh, trying to get away. But look at that 3-man slow coming out from Grumpjaw. Down goes the box already. The glimmer shot's coming out, trying to pick up the kill on Tesser Boy. But Vox goes down. They're pretty much their prime lane defender is down. This could be an easy push for Elite 8 now.
That's what I'm talking about. They don't take an enemy hero down on an engagement quick enough. They're paying the price. And I'd say I feel sorry for them because, you know...
Oh, Anime Save Me.
That's great afterburn, but Anime Save Me is doing his best just to sacrifice himself for the team. As any good supports do, they'll just sacrifice themselves and go, look, it's my job to die. Yeah, Elite 8, and TesseracteSports is doing his best to get those impales. His impales have been absolutely fantastically on point, but like I'm afraid we're going to see, which is an issue with Crystal Power Glaive, is he hasn't got enough offense. You know, when you don't have enough offense on a jungle hero or basically an imbalance between two teams, it means that you're not taking down the enemies quick enough. And like I said, they're going to pay the price against Elite 8 with a Baron and CP Kestrel.
Like, Gumshoe doesn't really have to work, essentially. He just has to kind of be there because a Kestrel and a Baron's defensive and offensive capability is so strong. Where you were kind of touching on it there, but it's something dangerous. Oh, Mr. Spartan, way outside of his range, going for the archer, just punting a Bishop Pine away, and he probably won't even care about that. Lost a little bit of his health, but it's not nothing too bad. He only has a Storm Crown, so he didn't do too much damage with that. And now Aeon is just going to try and dodge the skirmish shots. Official Hind, he's never been too accurate with the skill shots. He's missing them a little bit, but look at that. Hey, look at that slow! Again, it's too much! It's dangerous! And here come the Glimmer shots. No one really activated them. Animated the same. He didn't want to stay in as the Impale comes in with the time up, so he's going to wait for that prime opportunity. Official Hind missing these Glimmer shots too consistently right now. It's not a great start. Doesn't make Cameron's open. Mr. Spartan is there, but there's the slow! Mr. Spartan with no one to capitalize on as the root lands up and Jaeger jump jet away because that box can do some serious damage because Baron isn't the tankiest of heroes, even though he looks like he should be. And this game is kind of going at the same pace as the last one, Imperium. Very tactical, very action-packed, but no execution.
No,
as we see,
Anime Save Me getting caught out, to be honest. I wouldn't say directly his fault, but he just got caught out nicely. A little bit of luck on the side of Popeyes. But I do see that, as we see Spartan nearly caught out as well, but they are jumping on Hunjägers and the Official Hind. As it's going to be 3-on-2, they take out Hunjägers. They're going to... Official Hind with the one-shot, one-kill does miss, but he does get out of the way and avoid any kind of ace. So yeah, that was good by Popeyes. They kind of capitalized on that, made a better difference. They do take the gold mine, which is good. Is a really good objective steal from them. We are seeing, I don't know if you noticed it, but we are seeing that Aeon is coming into his own in terms of damage. And he's got that Sorrow Blade, which I really like. If he follows that up with a breaking point, he's going to have a lot of damage, and it's going to be harder for Elite 8 to get rid of them. Although Anime Save Me, once he has stuffed, will hopefully be able to focus on Aeon and take him out of a team fight. And what we would be looking on in terms of engagement, think about it. You have stuffed. He gets Aeon with the stuffed, brings him over to Official Hind on the Kestrel into a stealth, into a Glimmer shot, stuns him, kills him, dead.
Yeah,
down to 3v2.
It's actually a very hard. It sounds easy in theory, but it's a very hard combo to pull off. But I'm pretty sure if there's a team that can do it, it's Elite 8. And if they do, we are going to hit the roof. Like, we are going to go completely insane. If Anime Save Me is able to, like, start that engagement off and they put it off perfectly, I don't think I'm calming myself down now because I'm just getting ready for it. I'm channeling my hype.
It doesn't, even if it doesn't happen, at the end of the day, you're going to have Hunjägers in so to speak, the background, in the back front, dealing out those portabine mortars and dealing out that basic damage, which he will be able to do because he's basically half an item to an item ahead of Aeon already. He's got the Sour Blade breaking point. He's also got a little bit more, well, actually about the same defense, but Aeon hasn't got his breaking point yet, which I presume he's going for.
Looks like he's going for Tornado Trigger, actually.
Actually, he could be going for Tornado Trigger, which I feel would be a slightly bad move on his part, but we'll see coming into these team fights. Mr. Spartan is doing his best. Doesn't even have Aftershock, actually, as he does get on Official High. And Official High does have to port back, and he is nearly taken out, as Aeon does look to focus on him with the Aftershock, does get that kill on him, but Mr. Spartan is nearly down. Anime Save Me and Jaegers do look to back up. That was a nice engagement on the side of Popeyes, showing the damage as they do get their kill. They're 4-1 ahead on kills, but at the end of the day, they're still 1.5k gold behind, and they are turret down. I really think that if Popeyes can get the absolute best of a team fight, once Mr. Spartan now does have the Aftershock, if he gets a little bit more offense, which I'd like to see him get, I think they'll actually make a far better difference coming into these team fights. What do you think yourself from that engagement?
Well, he was already doing well without it, so I think he can only go up and pick a really good CP lane. Mr. Spartan, it's definitely something he seems to practice, and will probably be banned away from him in games to come. Yeah. But it is, like, with the Grumpjaw, like, the defensive capabilities are kind of there, but it's very hard to hit. I do want to see him eat some people, and he's just, the Grumpjaw taunt is the best because he twerks. like, that's the only taunt I say is allowed, because it's amazing. Like, it's the best taunt. A Grumpjaw twerk. Come on, you can't make this stuff up. Fortress got a good taunt.
Fortress pees on the spot and looks up. Yeah, he wheezes. That was such a British way of saying it. He wheezes.
He goes to the toilet. The Teserboy taking some damage right now. We've 3 breakpoint stacks already on the Jaeger, and Aeon has actually picked this Tornado Trigger. Oh, they was blocked. The swallow thing. His name was blocked. This is Spartan trying to come in, and here comes the Aeon cannon. Where's it going to land? It's going to miss. I think it's just Mr. Spartan. No, it didn't. There's no player on it. And there you go. And I'm saying he's trying to do what he can, but Aeon low. Aeon's dead. He is. There you go. The other shot just helped pick up the kill there, and that's going to be some back jungle rotation stolen away from the base now. Behind stealing that medic minion there. That trio. And they're going to push this turret for some damage. That was a nice route onto the Baron, and that's just the Spartan waiting for the right time for the ultimate. There it is. Jaeger's going to go in, and he blocks it. 1-shot, 1 kill. Going to let it clipped him. No way did that land. And Jaeger takes the turret shot right now. This turret is dead, and we all know it. That's 2 turrets down in 11 minutes, but it's still quite not bad for the average professional game there.
It's not bad for the average professional game. Yeah, Elite 8 are showing their experience. They're 3k gold ahead with 12 minutes in. They're still like a kill behind, but does that really matter when you're hitting objectives? Does that really matter when you have a gold lead, when you're items ahead, when you're controlling these team fights? So you were right with Aeon, by the way. He got a Tornado Trigger, but I kind of feel that was a bad choice as a second item. Maybe as a third item, yeah, but he's got Sour Blade, which is really powerful, but you need something that will ramp up his attack, like a Breaking Point or even a Tyrant's Monocle, or even something like a Bone Soul, which is quite popular these days in this patch. Whereas when you have Tornado Trigger as a second item, yeah, you're dealing out the basic damage quicker, you're dealing out those attacks quicker, but when you haven't got the actual damage behind those attacks, you're not really going to make a difference, because at the moment the Elite 8 are kind of controlling these fights. Popeyes are right if they want to scale, if they want to basically fight back on a fight, but if Aeon had Breaking Point, he'd be able to build up those stacks on Anime Save Me. But Anime Save Me, because they know that Aeon hasn't got Breaking Point, as this stuff goes down on the lands, sketchy bit. This is awesome.
Here's the combo, but it's love, so he's just going to get away, and a bit behind blocking to give you more really well played. I wonder when the ultimate is going to come and try and pick him up, but Aeon doesn't have a break point, does get slowed. 1-shot, 1 kill, will pick him up. 9 damage, and they are just turning this around instantly. TesseracteSports with the fountain now. Gonna get slowed, but he does manage to push them away, but no one is there to captivate. But that is Elite 8 showing how to turn around the fight. I mean, it's a shame that Anime went for the roam, like Lance or people he's gonna be able to get out of that instantly. They need Aeon. They need Kestrel there when they do it. They need to be able to do this together.
They do. Yeah, and also, even though Official Hind did fantastically to get away from that team fight, he was out of position. And if you saw, he nearly went down to Aeon. But a fantastic clutch fountain on the side of Anime saved me, really saved that team fight. It meant he could back off, get that one-shot, one-kill, take down Aeon, and it really, as you said, it turned around the fight. We also see fantastic vision coming out from Elite 8. You know, I expected this kind of vision to come out from POPEYES, because you've got a CP Kestrel, but at the moment it's coming out from Elite 8. It's giving them far more control of the map. It's isolating POPEYES even more and more. They are doing their best, but Mr. Spartan is taking a lot of damage as we look to this thing. Jaegers is doing lovely basic damage, but does get afterburned again. He's gonna get caught out, nearly gonna take down, but those glimmer shots do fantastic damage on. And watch that one kill does take down Aeon. That is amazing, unbeatable Official Highness at the moment. As again, they look to take down those turrets, and it's objectives. We are 15 minutes. The Kraken's just spawned. There's not much POPEYES can do at the moment, and they are gonna look to take Kraken. They're gonna look to end this game as quickly as possible. What do you like?
What do I think of this? I think if I've just seen something that means nothing, but it's I just want to point out the scores between Jaegers and Official Hind. It's 1-1-5, 5-1-1. They have mirror scores as the Kraken is taken up. But I like that. It's mirror scores, both of them with 100% kill participation.
Well, that means that just also shows that they have really done amazingly to work well together, and you know, they stay together as a team. Anime Save Me has been this support gruncho that we love to see, which has been on the front line, doing those basic damage. I would like to have seen him come out with Stormcrown, to be honest, not gonna lie. If he had Stormcrown, he'd be even more dangerous. But at the end of the day, he's so tanky as a hero. He's got the Crucible, he's got Fountain, he's even got War Threads, he's got Division, he's got Weapon Power Defense. It's as a build, it's the perfect support build.
Oh, it is, but look at this damage coming in. Anime Save Me doing well, but look at this power damage. There's no way the one-shot one-kill took out Lance. They'll trying to come around to block off the escape, but look at that damage. That is not even fair. Glave's trying to survive. I think he's going to be able to. Probably going to afterburn over the wall here, but that is just game over now. Like that looks like Grumpjoy may want to follow. He's going to follow. Grumpjoy's going to try and get this kill. He's not going to be able to though, and that Christmas is going to go down any time now. Kraken finishing off the crystal and signifying the end of this Vainglory 8 within Southeast Asia. Absolutely, 100% and unequivocally awesome.
Yeah, it was amazing end today. We did have some fantastic matches, and just to touch on this last one, I think